Teacher to student. Use the word centimeter in a sentence. My grandma was arriving at the train station, so write centimeter. No, that is sent to meet her. Okay, try another one. Use contrasts in a sentence. I had to wait at the train station for hours because it took that contagious. Teacher said, use a sentence that starts with I. Bobby said, I is. Teacher said, no, Bobby, you should say I am, never I is. I am the ninth letter of the alphabet. Use the word dandelion in a sentence. The student said, the cheetah is faster than the lion. A newly couple moves into their house. It is a new house. One day, the husband comes home from work and his wife says, honey, you know, in the upstairs bathroom, one of the pipes is leaking. Could you fix it? The husband says, what do I look? Mr. Plumber? A few days go by and he comes home from work and his wife says, honey, the car won't start. I think I need a new battery. Could you change it for me? He said, what do I look like, Mr. Goodwrench? Another few days go by, and it is raining pretty hard. The wife finds a leak in the roof. She says, honey, there's a leak on the roof. Can you please fix it? He says, what do I look like, Bob Villa? The next day, the husband comes home and the roof is fixed. So is the plumbing, so is the car. He asks his wife what happened. Oh, I had a handyman come in and fix them, she says. Great, how much is that going to cost me? He snorts. The wife says, nothing. He said he would do it for free if I either bake him a cake or sleep with him. Ah, well, what kind of cake did you make? Asked the husband. So she said, what do I look like, Betty Crocker? It is the World Cup final and a man makes his way to his seat right next to the pitch. He sits down, noticing that the next seat next to him is empty. He leans over and asks his neighbor if someone will be sitting there. No, says the neighbor. The seat is empty. This is incredible, said the man. Who is their right mind would have a seat like this for the final and not use it? The neighbor says, well, actually, the seat belonged to me. I was supposed to come with my wife, but she passed away. This is the first World Cup final we haven't been to together since we got married. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's terrible. But couldn't you find someone else, a friend, relative, or even a neighbor to take your seat? The man shakes his hand. No, he says, they're all at the funeral. 3 guys strand on a desert island find a magic lantern containing a genie who grants them each one wish. The first guy wishes he was off the island and back home. The second guy wishes the same. The third guy says, I'm lonely, I wish my friend were back here. A guy shows up late for work. The boss yells, you should have been here at 3:30. He replies, why? What happened at 3:30? The teacher asked little Johnny if he knew his numbers. Yes, he said, my father taught me. Good. What comes after 3? 4, answered the boy. What comes after 6? 7. Very good, said the teacher. Your dad did a good job, and what's come after 10? He said Jack. A man was driving down the road when a policeman stopped him. The officer looked in the back of the man's truck and said, Why are these penguins in your truck? The man replied, These are my penguins. They belong to me. You need to take them to the zoo, the policeman said. The next day, the officer saw the same guy driving down the road. He pulled him over again. He saw the penguins were still in the truck, but they were wearing sunglasses. This time, I thought I told you to take these penguins to the zoo, the officer said. I did, the man replied, and today I'm taking them to the beach. What does the jokes become dad jokes? When it becomes apparent. What do you call cheese that isn't yours? Nacho cheese. Dad, can you tell me what a solar eclipse is? No, son. Son with you, not O. One of them goes to a family in Egypt and his name Amon. The other goes to a family in Spain. They name him Joanne. Years later, Joanne sent a picture of himself to his birth mother. Upon receiving the picture, she tells her husband that she wishes she also had a picture of Amon. He responds, There's are twins. If you've seen Joanne, you've seen Amon.